Differentiation is your point of divergence away from the crowd. It's what makes you unique. Think about your story. We talked about the story before. We talked about the white shirt, the red tie. What is your white shirt and red tie? There is no one else in this space with the white shirt and red tie. When I saw it and I looked at it, it wasn't the most comfortable thing. Why? Because no one else had it. But when I said, okay, this is what I'm going to do, everybody came to me and they said, I remember the white shirt and the red tie. And I said, wow, it works. It's a little quirky. I didn't really like a tight neck collar. Like I said, I'm from Harlem. I like loose fitting clothes, but it's different. It's different. And people like different. People remember different. What are you going to do that's going to be different? Just think about that for a minute. I want to give you some time with that. What's going to be your point of differentiation? What's going to be different about you that nobody else does? There's only two sexes. There's only men and women. So that's kind of covered. You can't be something other than that. So how do you differentiate that? What does that look like? I think of, or let me say this better than I think of. Who can you think of that you follow, influencers that you follow in their point of differentiation? And I want to explain a little bit further while we're doing this exercise. If you do not differentiate, then you look like everyone else. You sound like everyone else. And no one can understand your message, value, or unique value offering, unique market offering or concept. So when you're talking, you kind of talking to yourself because you look like everyone else, but you ain't got 20 years in the game, 30 years in the game. So you can't afford to sound like everyone else and look like everyone else. You can't afford to get lost in the crowd. You have to stand out. You have to be different. I see some people in the crowd, and just from looking at you, I see some differentiations. I see some differentiations that you might not see yourself. So let me say this, if you're a female and you have a bald head, that's a differentiation. That's a point of differentiation. That's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Some people are going to say it's quirky. Some people say they're not going to like it, but no one's going to forget it. If you wear a lot of tattoos, if you have something tattooed on your face, that might not be everybody's cup of tea, but it's a point of differentiation. It is a point of differentiation that people are not going to forget. If you wear your hair short and you got something on the side of your neck, under your ear, people are not going to forget that. They're going to be like, it's the lady with the tattoo. Think about, they got a movie called The Lady with the Dragon Tattoo. They got a movie called it, and it made millions of dollars in the box office. The Lady with the Dragon Tattoo. Point of differentiation. What is your point of differentiation? There's a point of differentiation in the way you look, in the way you walk, in the way you talk, and in your colors and your logo and your name. Some people have one name and they stick to it and they're not putting two. I know you was born with two names. I don't care. That don't you dare try to call me two names. My name is Sade. That's it. Right? You got one name. That's a point of differentiation. When people get really good at what they do, they one named anyway. When you say Tony in this space, everybody knows who you're talking about. When you say Eric in this space, everybody knows who you're talking about. You no longer have two names anyway. So choose one and rock with it. Rock with it and lean with it, right? What is your point of differentiation? How do you stand out in a crowd? I hope you've written down some thoughts.